Hey, everybody. This is Erin. Just checking in with you and seeing how everything's going with your project and what you're going to be turning in, hopefully by tonight, for those of you who haven't already turned it in. Looks like a couple of groups have, so apparently everything's working. But if by chance you have problems uploading into the group upload, feel free to email me your projects just as a backup. I'm always open to that. That way you have duplication in case you need it. I always recommend people save a copy of all their projects till at least you get through this program. So that's our group project. A few of you asked me if your meeting notes or your notes that you're taking, the speaker notes need to be APA formatted. Not necessarily. These are your notes, and this is to show me what your thought process is. So it's not about like a gotcha. It's more like what were you thinking about this slide? What was that? What was going through your mind? A couple other questions came up in regards to, I think I've answered the people that asked me, but I'm just generally putting them out here. A question about, is this a presentation? Does your PowerPoint have to be timed, and is it an hour long? No, is embed there, make sure that you have embedded in there some group activities for your participants. And I don't mean you and your partner, I mean the teachers that you're giving the staff development to. So you'll be giving them the staff development, and you could say, talk to your partners in your table groups and talk about something to do with character. What made a big difference in your life growing up with character, something like that. So you're bringing that element of interaction into your project. And I'm really looking forward to learning from you right now, because this is such a huge, huge topic. It went away for a long time, but now, as we are all seeing the devastating effects of not having good character programs in schools when our kids obviously need it so much. In addition, next week, we're going to be kind of moving towards ethical leadership, which is actually my favorite part of this class, because everything we do should be based on ethics and an ethical thought process of how we make decisions. So it's ethical decision making. A lot of times we make decisions based on the circumstance we're in at that moment, and we make an immediate decision. So I'm going to invite you to, instead of making immediate decisions on things that happen, push a pause button and think of the steps that you're taking as you're making these meaningful decisions. So it could be about a parent comes to you. I'm going to skip if most of your classroom teachers, but a parent comes to you and tells you that their child has to be moved into another seat because someone else is bothering them, bullying them, or etc. Yes, your instinct is to move that child immediately, which is great. But think about what is the thought processes that go through your head as you're doing it. Now, what you're going to do as a leader, you expand those thought processes to how, when you're interacting with teachers or when you're interacting with parents, how does that affect all the people around? Just like that child, when that child's moved and other kids sit by these other children, how is that affecting your decision making? And now you're broadening it to a larger audience. Things to think about. You should be thinking about who you are as a leader, because that's what the direction you're going into. What makes you, what are your always? What are your things you can say you always do? I have certain things I know I never touch money. I never touch physically money. When someone asks me to count money for them, I'm fine with doing that as long as there's two other people in the room. No matter how much I love and trust and care about them, I never want anything to ever seem like I'm touching money. So that's something I'm going to tell you. That's my number one rule when I teach the budget class. But ethically, it's also something you want to be considering. Just don't touch money. And I'll talk about that more in my budget class. But it's just words to live by. All righty. You guys have a great day.